Hi everyone, Graham here with the latest updates from We Share Abundance. We Share Abundance is a cloud nation, we're an emerging nation, and we are the United States of the world on a mission to banish poverty. We've been around for about four and a quarter, not quite 4.5 years, putting in solid foundations so that we can be here for many generations to come, not just a few weeks, months, or years like your average website online. We are in the business of building a legacy of wealth, not just for you, but for many generations to come. And that's why we've been involved in doing this, building everything from the ground up. We are totally unique, and everything we have is our own software. We are now in a position where we are expanding our economy. We already have social services, treasury, the usual things that any country has. But we're now expanding our efforts now in improving the liquidity and the value of our currency to benefit all our citizens. All our citizens hold our currency, and so they'll all benefit. Who can be a citizen? Well, you can. Anybody can. You just come along and register, prove you're a real person, and that's all there is to it. There's no fee, there's no obligation to get involved in anything at all, although most of our citizens do choose to get involved in things that'll help them make a little bit of money. Okay, with that said, once you become a citizen, you are treated simply as a human being, unique in every way. We know every human being is unique, has something unique to offer our community, and therefore is of equal value to every other member of our community. But we don't pigeonhole you because you come from this country or that country, speak this language, that language, you're fat, you're thin, you're tall, you're short, male, female, whatever. Just a human being, part of one big family of humanity, and we're all linked together. It's a wonderful thing that you can't be of benefit to others without it being of greater benefit to yourself. And so we have a little affirmation that helps us with that non-separatist ideology, just seeing everybody as equal, as a human being, equally unique to every other human being. Okay? Before we have, excuse me, before we have that affirmation, we'll have a very short prayer to help us find what everybody seeks in life, and that is happiness. No matter what it is you do in life, you either do it because you think it's going to make you happy, or it's going to avoid you having some sort of pain. Okay, so all our actions are governed by this, whether it's the avoidance of pain or the seeking of happiness. But happiness is often confused with short-term pleasure, and you'll get that as well when you pay off your credit cards, or you buy that house you've always wanted, move to a new area, take more vacations, spend more time with the kids, whatever it may be. Yeah, you'll get pleasure from that. But I'm talking about that happiness that comes from within, that is always with you. It's something that can't be bought. The people with a lot of money, they still are searching for something. They don't know what it is, and they don't know how to get it. And it is that internal joy, ever-new joy. You only get that through loving service to others. And the great thing about being of loving service to others is it attracts into your life everything else that you want and need. You don't have to stress about chasing after money, worrying how you're going to make the time to do this or that. It'll all start happening for you. Okay, so that's what our little prayer's about. And then we'll have that affirmation, and then we'll get into the updates, and of course we'll draw our weekly raffle, which hopefully will create some money for charity. We've so far donated about $500 to charity through these little very small weekly raffles that we run. So before we do any of that, let me welcome you here. Whether you're watching the replay or whether you are watching live, It's good to have you here. You are appreciated, whether you are a citizen already or somebody that's considering it or somebody that's just passing by wondering what's going on, then it doesn't matter. You are equally welcome and appreciated. But I see we do have some people putting in the comments where they are from, and we've got Atrike, I think, or something like that, from, I believe, Pakistan. We've got Ramachandra in from Watford in England, Ron from Amsterdam in Holland, Lewis from Lisbon in Portugal, Peter from the Cameroon, Don from British Columbia in Canada, Eric from Quebec in Canada, Werner from South Africa, Peter from Kettering in England, Richard from Devon in England, Nankiat from Nigeria. Eric said, you got a comment here? What? I saw that the matrix was run, but I see that there's some people with number one. I thought we all had 430 people. I'm not really sure what you're on about there, Eric. You'll have to clarify that for me. What do you mean by we all had 430 people? And the number that people have is irrelevant. It's just a number that we classify people with in our system. And we've got Bozina in from the capital of Scotland, Edinburgh, as well. So let's get started now with that little prayer, and then we'll have the affirmation, and then we'll get back in and perhaps clarify Eric's question and any other questions that crop up. Dear Heavenly Father, we are so happy and grateful for you, and we ask that you bless the We Share Abundance community, that it may fill each member's heart with unconditional love, and that through that love, bless each member that they may find the joy of service, and through service attract true happiness and everything they want and need into their lives. Amen. And our little affirmation: we're so happy and grateful to be citizens of the United States of the world, with God and truth as our leaders. Heavenly Father, may thy kingdom of peace come into our world as it is in heaven, and free us all from divisive inharmony, that we may become perfect citizens in body, mind, and soul of thy world. Okay. No more people in there. Yes, we did get the matrix run today. Devyani apologized. Yesterday she was out and she couldn't get an internet connection, and so we ran it today, and we will be running it every Friday at 5 p.m. from now on. The growth of the plan is at the moment very slow, so we'll have to do a little bit of promotion through the coming week to try and help people get involved before we run again on Friday. Normally people have a full 7 days, but they're only going to have what's left of today, but effectively Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday and Friday up to 5 p.m. To get into the matrix in their best possible position now. So we'll be doing a little bit of promotion to our members with that in this coming week. I was intending to do some of it today, but I just didn't get around to it for whatever reason. And I'll also be messaging my lists, and we'll be trying to help people through the Sharehope plan. It is, I believe, the best residual income plan available online or offline. requires very little effort, but it does require some effort to get the best out of it. But if everybody just went out and referred 3 people very quickly, within a week, say, everybody would earn over $20,000 per month within 11 weeks. That is the potential that this plan has, even though it is just $2.50 a week. So it is something that offers a great deal to a great many people. Most people can afford $2.50 a week. I know there are some people that can't. Most people throughout the world can. If they can afford to have an internet connection, they can afford $2.50 a week. If they can't afford to have an internet connection, then they're not going to learn about us anyway, and there's nothing really we can do to help them at this moment in time. But we will be thinking about those people that just really don't have even the ability to get online and how we can help them. And we have plans to do that in the future. Right. So yeah, the matrix did run. I've had a look at it. It looks like it's all correct from what I see. If there are people that think it's not correct, then put in a support ticket is the best thing. We can't really go through things and check them in detail on a live event like this, but we can answer simple questions about things if you have them. We are growing very well in other areas, and I'll give you some numbers now. As I say, the Share Hope program is still at 432, and that's not changed for 4 days. Not changed for 3 days. It did change 4 days ago. So we need to start pushing it for everyone's benefit, for your benefit, for the benefit of the people that you've referred, for the benefit of the whole of the We Share Abundance community. However, the 777 plan, we had an increase of 98 in the last 24 hours, people going in there. And that's gone up to 20,354 people in total. And that is a really good increase. We've had really solid increases for quite a long time, except for 6 days ago, when we only had an increase of 4 for whatever reason. But other than that, it's been 86, 82, 52, 51, 84, 54, and 98 today. I think 98 is the most we've ever had in a day. So it's going in the right direction, and that's without the company or the system or the system is the best way to say it. Picking people out of our pool to place them in those assisted positions. Our registered members went up by 104 in the last 24 hours, and I think that's the first time they've gone up by over 100, certainly for a long time anyway. Years, probably. I think when we first started, we saw a massive increase. But when we first started, we were unknowingly a Ponzi. And Ponzis do attract huge growth very quickly, but they don't last. And so we had to choose to either change what we were doing or be like a dinosaur and become extinct. And that was never our purpose, never our objective. We are here for many generations to come. We made the change. It's been a difficult road on many occasions, and it's caused a lot of upset through people who simply like the Ponzi idea, not really understanding it. And in honesty, we didn't understand it was a Ponzi when we set it up. It wasn't really set up to be a Ponzi, but it turned out that way. So we're now on the straight and narrow. We're in a good position. We have solid foundations, and we're moving forward. And that is a wonderful indication of how we are moving forward with 104 new members in the last 24 hours. The Multiply Weezer site is pretty much dormant from a membership point of view. In fact, no change in the membership in the last 24 hours. Very rare we do get a change. We did have a couple of new email verified members yesterday, but that's rare occurrence, because until we get that Weezer token onto a different blockchain and revamp things, it's only going to be a wonderful place to advertise rather than to generate income. But talking about generating income, the bonus pool went up by $8 in the last 24 hours, and that can't be revenue share. There must have been some people that had bought advertising in the past that have bought it again. I say that have bought advertising in the past because if they bought it the first time, if they're first time buyers, it reflects in the numbers. But anyway, it went up $8 to $10,508.06. So there we go. Those are your numbers. We've got Orin in as well from Monrovia, Liberia. Okay. The only updates really we've got on where we are and what we're doing are the fact that we did get the matrix run today and it ran correctly. It was done manually. It's my fault that it didn't get run on Friday. But putting the blame where it is deserved doesn't get things done. It doesn't make any difference. So what we have to do is put things right, and that's what we always strive to do. Getting things right is what we're about. What do we mean by getting things right? Getting things always thinking first of how we can benefit our citizens, because that is why We Share Abundance was created. Or a primary reason, once we get beyond the ability, or once we have the ability to benefit all our citizens on a regular basis, then we can expand beyond that insular, if you like, self-help ideology and go out beyond our community and help others also. Okay, and we've got Sam in from Nigeria as well. So welcome to everybody again. But I think that's covered everything if we don't have any more questions. One thing. I think some of the problems we've had with people not getting their deposits, when they've been depositing crypto directly into the exchange, I think they've not followed the procedure absolutely 100% correctly. Sometimes they have followed the procedure and got the payment made, but for whatever reason, it's not automatically been reflected in their exchange account balance. And there's no reason why it would not be if the procedure is correctly followed. So I made a little video today. It's only a couple of minutes long, I think. And I sent it out into your messages. We will get it somewhere on the site. I'm not quite sure where at this moment in time, but it does go through the procedure. It is a simple procedure, but follow it Exactly. And that way things will work automatically, and we won't have to have support tickets and check things and go through things and find out what's going on and manually add the funds. You'll get them into your account straight away. One other thing is, if for some reason you make a payment and it doesn't reflect in your account, and sometimes you may have used now payments or coin payments, although I recommend for more efficient way to do a direct deposit. But if you use coin payments or now payments and it doesn't reflect, when you put in a ticket, don't just say I made a deposit and it's not showing, because we automatically think that it's a direct deposit of crypto. Let us know exactly whether it is coin payments or now payments. There's one gentleman that we've been dealing with, and he said, you know, originally his ticket came in a couple of days ago, I think. Said, I made a deposit and made it 3 days ago, and he gave us the information that he thought was relevant. And we've been trying to locate this payment, and we can't locate it, and we didn't know why. And then we saw that it's gone to an account that's not ours, and we told him that, you know, he didn't make the payment to us, he didn't make the deposit to us. And then eventually it comes out that he made it through now payments. And of course, once we knew that, we went to now payments, we got it all resolved, and he's got the funds. But it could have been done so much more quickly if we get the full information. The better the question or the query, the more information we have in your support ticket, the better able we are to help you. In fact, the better the quality of the question, then the better quality of the answer you will get. So that's another point. But if you use that deposit and you do follow the instructions in that video exactly, you shouldn't have any problem. Okay. And we've got All Hope Academy, which I believe is, I should know the name. I'm just testing my memory a little bit. It's, I believe, somebody called Rangana, I think Rangana, from Sri Lanka. And in fact, Rangana is our Demo B account in what should be being displayed on TikTok and hasn't been for a couple of weeks at least, I think. Where are we? TikTok. I mean, more than that, I think, several weeks. I do need to get caught up on that and get it sorted out. Oh, he's put that in there to help me. Okay, Rangana Wirakun. Yeah, a lovely man. He's a farmer in Sri Lanka, always struggling a little bit for financial assistance, and we're going to provide it for him through that Demo B account in the 777 plan. I will attempt to make it a priority to get all things brought up to date and started again on TikTok. It will be beneficial for all once I do it. It's just that because of the way things work and the way that we have things, and the automated positioning of people in those assisted entry spots has been switched off. It just makes it more complicated and time consuming to follow up on them all. But we'll get it all back up and running and sorted out, and we'll have everything up and running and sorted out anyway for everybody within, I would think, within the next couple of weeks. That 777 plan will be have all the upgrades done and things. Okay. With that said, we have to run the raffle, and then while we're running the raffle, if we get any more questions. Just a minute. We've got Sam here with a question. I want to ask if there is info on earning plan for the BIPP after the nodes are required now. No, is the answer to that. As far as I am aware, there is no information. They do have a Beyond Infinity Telegram group. I don't know what the link for it is, but if you are a member of Beyond Infinity, there is a link to that group in your, I think it's in when you log in your dashboard, and that is the best place to get any information from that. But I can't give you any more information. We don't even know how many nodes we're going to get or anything at this stage. We don't know very much about it, other than that after the 1st of October, the nodes will be on sale at $1,000 per node license. And they have said that we will get a minimum of 2 node licenses for every $500 that we put in up to the end of September. That's all I know, and that's all anybody knows really. But any information you get will be in that Telegram group. Okay, so let's go to San Fran. No. Where are we? Let me find my cursor. And let me get to here, and we'll log in to an admin account, and then I can do a share screen thing. This is it, I think. Okay, yeah, this is the login ad. So let's click to go to the dashboard, and let's just hope that we've got a few more tickets sold this week. Let's have a look how many there are. Current ticket statistics. Oh, we are better. We've got 174 sold this week. I think we only had about 100, I think it was less than 120 last week. So 174 is good. It should give us a little bit of profit. Of course, if it's an admin account, there are 3 potential admin accounts that buy shares. There is Frammy, Rosa, and Rosita, and those are all admin accounts. Anybody else is their own account, and whatever they win, they just win. If an admin account wins the top prize, it just goes into the charity pool. Okay, so let's get back to here. Roll on the drums, and we'll click, and it's quicker than that. Okay, and the first prize is Bros. Okay, and he's got $80, and 57 users get $1. So that's 137, and we had 170 something dollars. So that's pretty good. 137, 170. We've got about a $40 profit, which will go towards a charity that you guys will have the opportunity to select. You people that are participating in the raffle, once we've got about $500. I think that will give us about 200 and something dollars. I don't know the exact figure at this moment, but that is about halfway there. Once we got about $500, then everybody that buys a ticket will be able to suggest their own favorite charity. And then we'll have, once we got a list of charities, we'll have a little poll to see which charity we select that will get paid. Okay. Of course, we don't want things like the Red Cross and Children in Need and Save the Children. I'm not saying they're not good charities, but they have different ways of raising money, and a lot of the money that goes to them, there's only a small amount gets through to the end result. I'm not saying that's a good thing or a bad thing or whatever. What I am saying is there are lots of little individual charities. Of course, we need to verify that they are bona fide before we pay them, but that do great work. Some of them may not even have charitable status, but they do great work. They rely on donations, and 100% of what they receive goes to whatever it is they're doing. And that's the people we're looking for, the smaller voluntary organizations that are just going out on a limb with personal sacrifices to help some situation. Okay, let me get back here. And Sam says, please answer my question. I think I did. I think I saw it and I answered it, Sam. We got Richard. The link to the Telegram group is at the bottom right of the Beyond Infinity dashboard. Okay, so there you go. I knew it was in there somewhere, but I couldn't remember exactly where. So Richard's come to the rescue there. So if you log in, bottom right, you'll get the link to their Telegram group, and all the updates go in there. Usually when they have real information like what's going to be happening with the PPP plan or whatever they call it, they'll run a webinar. And I think I saw earlier today that there was a message there saying that they'll be having a webinar update within the next week or so. So how much more we'll learn at that point, I don't know. I have asked a question which may get answered in that webinar about what happens to your node license if you die. Does it just die with you, or can you pass it on to somebody? Can you sell them? The answer I got was they were not transferable. But I said, well, okay, well, what happens if somebody dies? And they said they don't know. So we'll have to wait and see. Okay, and we've got Kingsley in from Manchester saying hello, just as we're saying goodbye. So I say goodbye, you say hello, hello, hello. I don't know why I say goodbye, you say hello. Switches around a little bit because it should be the other way around, but there you go. John Lennon of the Beatles, of course, wrote that. Okay, Lennon McCartney. Right, that's it from me. I'll be here same time, same place tomorrow, 7 p.m. London time, YouTube, Twitch, Facebook. Until then, get out there, be happy. Wise man said to me one time, happiness is a state of mind. So when you judge a man's success, don't count his money, count his happiness. Ken Dodd, okay? God bless you all. I'll see you all tomorrow. I love you all. Until then, see you later, alligator. In a wild crocodile. See you later, alligator. All